Hello, I'm Nina.
And I'm David.
Welcome to our third instructional video. This video will highlight the Cypre doctrine, which is a legal doctrine concerning all charitable trusts.
So Nina, I've been interested. What is Cypre?
Cypre is an old legal doctrine that literally means as close as possible or as near as may be. Basically, when funds have been donated for a particular purpose, and that purpose can no longer be performed, the Cypre doctrine allows the court to amend the terms of the trust as closely as possible to the intention of the original donor.
So, can you give me an example of a Cypre?
Sure. The Cypre doctrine first originated when funds were donated to abolish slavery. However, after time, slavery was finally abolished and the funds could no longer be used for that purpose. Ultimately, the court decided to use the funds for the needs of African Americans in the Boston region because this was as close as possible to the intent of the original grantor.
So, is Cypre actual law?
Yes, David. In the United States, there's a Uniform Trust Code. The UTC provides that there are 6 reasons why a court would apply the Cypre doctrine. It states, if a particular charitable purpose becomes unlawful, impracticable, impossible, obsolete, ineffective, or prejudicial to the public interest to achieve, the court may apply Cypre to modify or terminate the trust in a manner consistent with the settler's charitable purposes.
So Nina, who decides if the new purpose is consistent with the settler's original intent? Are there any restrictions?
Oftentimes, a judge will use the language of the original grant to determine the grantor's charitable purpose. However, the Uniform Trust Code also states that the money cannot be used for a non-charitable beneficiary.
So, does that mean that when a charity dissolves, the directors and trustees can't take the money for themselves?
That's correct, David. When a charity terminates and there's money left over, the board of directors and the trustees are not entitled to that money. The funds must be used for a charitable purpose.
But so when a charity terminates, can the board of directors decide for themselves where the money is going to go?
No, David. The Director of Charitable Trusts for the Attorney General must be included in all Cypre actions. When a charity terminates and there's money left over, that charity must get authorization from the court to use those funds in a manner that's different from the grantor's original purpose. However, the charity can suggest alternative uses for the funds, but ultimately it's the court that orders the Cypre.
So, can you give me some examples from real-life cases here in New Hampshire?
Absolutely. There are numerous cases of Cypre in New Hampshire. Luckily, Judge King has been generous enough to sit down with us and discuss some real-life cases in our state.